How do we get over the feeling of not doing enough in Ramadan and worrying if the deeds will be accepted?
So I'll talk about the last part of the question first.
Mm-hmm.
We don't worry about the deeds being accepted, and because we believe in the promise of Allah, right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is something that he has given us as a promise, right? That inshallah your deeds are accepted. So that's one thing. Like, we have to have good opinion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The other thing is, in these cases, what do you do if you're worried? Do you just say, I hope it's accepted, I hope it's accepted? No, you say, ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتوب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. Then you push forward. Ya Allah, I'm begging you, please accept it from me. Right? The other thing is, how do we not do I believe, of course, in stacking those deeds by intention, right? Of course, that's, you're gonna hear me talk about it from now to the day of judgment, inshallah. As long as Allah gives me life, how do we stack one good deed, right? How do we stack fasting? Like, we're just fasting, but no, Allah, I'm doing it that I may be from those that you listed in the Quran, right? That says they gain taqwa. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it because I'm grateful to you that you made me a Muslim. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it by the intention to obey your commandment. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it to enjoin the good and to forbid the evil. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it by the intention that I would be healed from all of my spiritual diseases. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it to migrate towards you. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it, right? That is the Prophet ﷺ told me to do it. I'm doing it to follow in his footsteps. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it that I could be listed as the people of the Quran. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it that I could be in proximity to you. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it with the intention of being the sabiqun. When you make the intention, like you get up for suhoor, make sure, don't just get up to say, I'm going to eat before fasting. No, stack it, right? I'm getting up because it was the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it because it's something that you love and I want to be loved by you. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it because I want you to gaze upon me at this time of the night with your nadar of rida. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it that you would guide me, that I would be guided right. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it. There are blessings that you give in fasting. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it with the intention to seek those blessings from you, to be close to you, to be your servant, because you said this is what your servants do. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it with the intention of being your servant, and by that to be saved from the hellfire, to be granted Jannah. Ya Rabbi, I'm doing it, and stack those intentions. Do it for the liberation of Philistine, right? Intend that. So that's also, sometimes we're thinking that we have to do a lot, right? Like we talked about that earlier. It's not necessarily that you got to do a lot. It's that what you do must be salih. It must be sound, right? It must be sound. You can't just be like, okay, I'm fasting. Make it sound, solidify it, concrete it, right? So that's one thing. The other thing is, even every year, as much as, of course, we've all been fasting, even reviewing the rules of it, going through it step by step, reminding ourselves over and over, how should I fast? What is the best fast? Listen to the lectures. Go, it's not like, don't just even though, yes, we think I've been fasting for how many ever years, decades, right? But no, I'm going to review it again and again and again to make sure that I'm not missing anything, or maybe there's more, that I can include inside of it. So I definitely believe in, engaging. And again, it's not so much that you got to do a whole lot. If you do 8 rak'at instead of 20, if you do 8, but those 8 are filled with khushu', they're filled with closeness to Allah. If those 8 are sound, alhamdulillah. But if you're doing 20 and you're just like up, down, you're not thinking about it, up, down, right? Then you're just gaining a mark. Right? You gain tiredness. As opposed to, you might gain inner light, you might gain connection. But when you're worried about if it's accepted, cry out to Allah, Ya Rabbi, make me from the sincere, make me from those that you accept me. Please accept me, Ya Rabbi. Accept my good deeds, accept me into your Jannah, Ya Rabbi, accept me.